Shalom, shalom. First, we give all praise and glory to the Heavenly Father, which is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the Son, who people unknowingly call him Jesus Christ. Lord willing, you're enduring, you're praying, you're fasting, you're giving alms, you're doing everything you need to do to make your calling and election sure in these last days. I'm going to give peace and blessing to whomsoever watching this. I also want to give peace and blessing to whomsoever not watching this, yet they believe in the Most High God, Yahweh. They believe on his beloved Son, Yahweh Shah, and they're keeping the commandments in truth and sincerity. Now, there's going to be a couple of precepts on loving the brotherhood, proving a friend, having sincere friends, things of that nature. Basically, two is better than one. In these last days, you don't want to be by yourself. Even though you might not be a part of a camp, a congregation, and things of that nature, but it's important to have a faithful brother, a faithful sister around you, because iron sharpens iron. I'm going to pull this classic. This is Psalms 133 and verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. So it's very good and pleasant in the eyes of the Most High God for brothers and sisters to come together in these last days. We have to gather together, like it says in Zephaniah 2:1. You don't want to be a loner. When you start being a loner, that's how you start falling slowly and slowly and slowly, and you don't even know it. You need people to correct you and hold you accountable. That's why even a marriage is good, because Lord willing, your wife to a brother will correct the husband with wisdom, and vice versa. A husband will correct his rib with wisdom, his wife. You know what I'm saying? Being in the congregation, they'll hold you accountable, making sure you're showing up to camp, making sure you're doing your videos. Are you reading? Are you fasting? And things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? In these last days, we need to be around brothers, man. Because, hey, man, praying together on the phone, that's fire. Like, you praying by yourself is cool and all, but let's get the precept, man. Where two or three are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that classic real quick in Matthew 18 and verse 19. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 19. And it reads, I'll start at verse 18. It reads, Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Again I say unto you, that if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. So that's why it's important to have brothers and have sisters, man, around you that's like-minded. Not unequally yoked, but having the same faith. You know what I'm saying? Having the same walk. Because the Lord said, when y'all pray together, asking the Father for something, he said he will do it. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you bound on earth will be loosed. Bound in heaven, it will be loosed. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to be surrounded by faithful friends, and also make sure they are faithful. Don't be around just anybody. You know what I'm saying? Be around people who keep the commandments, who have the same mindset as you. You get another precept through the Spirit. Let's go to Proverbs. I believe I want 13 and 20. Be around people who keep the commandments. This Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 20. It reads, He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. You see that? So if you walk with wise men, you'll be wise. Walking with wise sisters, you're going to be wise. Now, guess what? You know how to cook. You probably was a sister who didn't know how to cook. Now you know how to cook. You know how to sew. You just learn different things from other people. You don't know everything. I don't know everything. A lot of things I know now, I learned from different brothers. Like a bunch of brothers. It's not just one brother. There's a bunch of things I took from this brother. I know this brother. Another brother taught me this to deal with this situation. Another brother was wise in this. I took that from him. You know what I'm saying? And this truth, it's like bargain and trade. You know what I'm saying? Trading and selling. You teach somebody, they teaching you something. You know what I'm saying? So again, brothers and sisters must be around like-minded brothers in these last days, and also faithful friend. You know, it tells you a faithful friend is like a medicine. Let's go to the Apocrypha. Salaki for my Apocrypha. Let's go to the book of Sirach. aka Ecclesiasticus. I'm doing this with one hand, so bear with me. But this Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. We're going to start at verse 7. It reads, Salaki, bear with me. Sirach chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. So, of course, when you meet someone new, you probably was at Walmart. You probably saw another brother. He had fringes on. Probably didn't have fringes on. He came to say shalom, shalom, whatever. Don't be like, oh, my gosh, you know you're an Israelite. You're my best friend. No, you got to prove that brother. You don't know if his doctrine is off, if he's behind closed doors still eating pork, if he's beating his wife, neglecting his kids. You don't know these things. You have to prove him first. Same thing with sisters. You got to prove the sister if she's really, she says she's an Israelite, cool, but look at the fruit. You got to tell by that fruit. Don't just go by words. Anybody can be deceived by words, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't you know kids come out the blue, they just did some mischievous thing in the kitchen, put their finger in the pot in the cookie jar. They'll come to you and say, and you ask them, did you go in the cookie jar? They'll lie to you, man. Anybody can lie to you. It's about the fruit behind it, though. So you must be able to prove these men first, prove these sisters first. But let's keep going. Verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. So some people are only your friend for their own good, their own benefit. You got a car, they don't got a car. They need to ride a camp. Guess what? You're the first one to call. But guess what? When you lose that car, they're nowhere to be found. They're not calling you to hang out no more. They're not calling you, they're not, what I'm saying? You got forgotten about. When they get their car, they get everything else and stuff like that, they stop talking to you because you was being used. You wasn't really proving them. You must prove people to see how sincere they are, to see what their intentions are. Just because they got fringes on, just because they got a head wrap on, just because they shaking the arm until the socket pops out, man, doesn't mean they're righteous. Doesn't mean anything. Don't you know there's wolves in sheep clothing? Again, you must try the spirit. Like it says in 1 John 4 and verse 1, you got to prove these things, man. Prove the spirit. I don't care about the outward appearance. You can come into me in the latest Jordans, some nice pants. I'm not really into fashion like that, so I don't know the brands, stuff, the new brands and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't care what you got on, man. It's about the spirit, your intentions. What's your motives through the spirit? Let me get another precept through the spirit. Let's go to I keep saying that, through the spirit, but it is through the spirit. Let's go to 1 John. All right, let's go to 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1, and it reads, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are going out into the world. So again, you got to try the spirit. You can't believe anything. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm part of a camp. You can't be like, oh, you mighty, you teach? Oh, my gosh. You start bowing down to this man because he got a mighty garment and a staff so tall, like a tree. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You got to prove it through the spirit, man. Let's go back to Sirach. A couple more precepts. Sirach chapter 6 and verse 9, it reads, And there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach. Yeah, you probably, was confining with this brother, you was telling him some secrets, what you're going through. Y'all might have a little fallout, your whole business out in the streets. The whole congregation knows through the spirit. You're the only one who told this man, now everybody knows. You gotta watch out. You know what I'm saying? He been plotting on how he can throw you over. Read Sirach chapter 12 and Sirach chapter 13, they'll tell you. Let's keep going. Verse 10, Again, some friend is a companion at the table. It will not continue in the day of thy affliction. So another way to prove someone, man, is who's going to be with you in your affliction. Who's going to call you when you're going through it and not just leave you in the dust. Who's going to help you and give you those precepts when you're out the spirit. You got two different brothers, man. You got someone who's going to bust you upside the head, on the left-hand side, man, and condemn you when you fall short. Then you got another brother who's going to help you overcome that spirit, man. You got two different spirits. We all fall. We all go through something. Don't be like Job's friends when Job was going through it and they just condemning him, saying he's going off. If you was righteous, the Most High God would hear your cry. That is wicked, man. That's off. That's why the Lord accepted Job and didn't accept his friend's offering, man. They wanted Job. The Most High God wanted Job to do the offering for them because he accepted Job, right? You got to watch out for people, man. Watch out for people who always giving gifts to you, trying to give gifts to blind your eyes and stuff like that. trying to win your heart and things like Absalom, kissing your hand. You got to prove these men. All right, let's keep going. Verse 11. But in thy prosperity, he would be as thyself and would be bold over thy service. Yeah, he'll make himself equal to you. When you prosperous, he's equal to you. Oh, that's my man. He got me. Whatever he does, I'm cool. You might take him out to eat. You order, you know what I'm saying? It's your money, so you might get some steak, mashed potatoes, broccoli, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know, you're eating good. He gonna go far over and beyond. He gonna get 2 steaks. Yeah, he's my man, so he gonna pay for me. He got it. You know what I'm saying? He gonna always expect for you to do something for him. Hey, man, I saw you got a new car. How come you didn't get me a new car, man? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I thought you were supposed to be my friend. You're the homie. And things of that nature, man. That's off. Verse 12, if thou be brought low, he will be against thee and will hide himself from thy face. So if you be brought low, which in due season you will, it's a just balance in this truth. Sirach 2 and verse 1. You're going to have ups and downs. And when you get brought low, he's going to be nowhere to be found. You over here weeping, gnashing at 3 a.m. in the morning. Call this brother. He not answering. You call him again in the daytime. He not answering. It's been a whole month. He not answering. He didn't get back to you. You might post in your story. You got a new job. You got a new car. You got money coming in. You got a business. Now, lo and behold, like Houdini, he just hop out the hat and come out of nowhere, man. Now he's back in your life. Say, yeah, man, my fault, man, my fault. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see your messages. You know what I'm saying? That's madness. Verse 13. Separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends. But that's the point I wanted. Actually, is it? Oh, yeah, I'll go into it. A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that have found such a one have found a treasure. So a faithful friend, whether it be a brother, a sister, is a strong defense. Like it says in Ecclesiastes, 2 are better than 1. You know what I'm saying? You can't do everything by yourself. You don't have all the wisdom in the world. I don't care how old you are, you're always being taught something, man. You can always learn something. If you can learn something from an ant, how much more your friend? Let's keep going. Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable, but disappointing wanted. A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. Right, so whether it be a relationship with your rib, a friendship with a brother, a friendship with a sister, man, that's the medicine of life. What does medicine do? It brings you back to a whole state. If you were sick, you're going to take that medicine. In the world, you're going to take that, we got Robitussin. You got, I forgot the name of it. It just slipped my mind, but that pink. You know what I'm talking about, the pink medicine, man. Yeah, that pink medicine, your stomach hurts. Hey, man, guess what? Now you're feeling better. You got Advil, you got Tylenol, right? Medicine's supposed to what? Again, bring you back to a whole state, make you feel better. Same thing with a friendship. Same thing with marriage and things of that nature. It's supposed to make you whole, make you feel better through the spirit, especially when you're going through trying times. You know? Let me get one more. Because in the last days, we got to be like Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? We got to be like Jonathan through the spirit. I mean, Lord willing, you know, we can all have a Jonathan in our life. They tell you that Jonathan loved David more than a woman. He passed the love of a woman through the spirit. There's 1 Samuel 18, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It reads, and it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a brother, you got to love that brother as your own soul. And Lord will, vice versa, a brother love you as his own soul. Jumping down to verse 3, then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul. You know what I'm saying? That's fire. That's a fire friendship. That's what you call a best friend. Now, nowadays, everybody calls each other best friends. Yeah, that's my best friend. Even though we haven't talked in 3 years, I don't know what she got going on. Even though she be acting fake. You know how sisters be, gossiping or slandering and stuff like that. No, Jonathan, he made sure he showed that intentional love to David. You know what I'm saying? He showed that intentional love. A sister, hey, it's a sincere love. What they say, the saying, it goes, to be loved is to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Love isn't buying $1,000 worth of jewelry, giving it to your friend. I mean, that's cool. But brother, it's the little things, man. You notice like this brother, his favorite food is chicken. His favorite food is fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? You see, he's sad, he's down. You may pull up on, hey man, you may pull up on him, he's feeling down. Hey, let's go get some I know this fried chicken spot. Hey, dinner's on me, let's do it. And guess what? It might only be $10, $15, but it's the consideration. You know what I'm saying? You knowing what your friend loves, you being there in their trying times, and you just being there, you know what I'm saying? That's love right there, man. You rebuking your friend when he's going off, that's that's love. You telling your sister you shouldn't be treating your husband like that, that is love. Because you want to see that sister get into the kingdom of heaven. You want to see that sister have a prosperous relationship in the household. So Lord, when that was edifying, again, prove your friend and make sure you at least have one friend. Because again, two are better than one. Stop being a loner. Stop thinking you could do it by yourself. Even Yahushua had people around him, man. Paul had people around him. Abraham had people around him. Job had people around him. These mighty men you think of, they had men around them, man. They had sisters around them for the sisters. So Lord, one that was edifying, I'm going to give a kohol loyim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Peace and blessing to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Shalom.